Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing our division predictions for the AFC North, the division of my team, the Cincinnati Bengals. I got my T. Higgins jersey on right now. I'm really optimistic for this season. I think it's going to be a great season to show Joe Burrow coming back. But this division is just a crazy division. So, John, what are your thoughts on this division?
Division's gonna be exciting. I think, well, exciting for three teams. Uh, half the Browns are gonna be very
I,
good,
I
but
beg to differ because I think that if you're a Browns fan, you're excited to see the quarterback mayhem going on. Shador
yeah,
Sanders.
quarterback mayhem's never a good thing in the NFL. Let me tell you,
And I
never a
do
good
have to
thing.
say, I mean, if I were a Browns fan, there's a chance they can make the playoffs based on how good their defense is.
All right, well, we'll get into it here. Andrew, you want to go first?
Yeah, so in my fourth spot, I got the Cleveland Browns. They're gonna go 5-11. Not a good team. Or five
Five
and
and
12.
five and
5-12.
five and
Sorry,
12
sorry, sorry.
guys.
Uh, I'm gonna say they're gonna be the second worst team in the AFC. Not a good team here. There's a lot of question marks. I do think that Shadur has proven that he's better than Dylan Gabriel this preseason.
Yeah,
But it's just their schedule's just too hard, man. There's no way they're making the playoffs. Miles Garrett says, "Oh, we're going for the Super Bowl," but you don't even have a QB. Like, actually, shut up, bro. Your best wide receiver is Jerry Jeudy. Like, are we being dead ass right now? Uh, they got the Bengals week 1, the Ravens week 2. That's tough. The Packers week 3, the Lions week 4, the Vikings week 5, the Steelers week 6. Like, that has got to be the hardest opening schedule, and not to mention, one of those games is in London. Like, bro, that is such a hard schedule. Browns fans, I'm sorry, bro. It's gonna be entertaining. You're gonna be playing some good teams, but geez. The Browns play way too many good teams. They play the Bills, the 49ers. They're going 5-12, bro. Simple as that.
yeah, tough season for the Browns here. I mean, they're already in a hard division as itself, and then they already got a hard schedule. So I have the Browns going 4-13, just one game worse than Andrew. I mean, what will be exciting is to see all these QBs play.
Yep.
Like Jador Sanders looking good in preseason, looks better than Dylan
Don't get real.
Gabriel. Joe Flacco was the starter right now, according to ESPN depth chart. So I'll be excited
How
to
does
see him play,
Joe
but
Flacco still play football, bro?
cannot believe it.
He's
But
got to be
I
playing for like 20 years at this point. He's on Aaron Rodgers' run, bro.
Tom Brady run right now, except minus the Super Bowls. But anyway, I got Shadur's. I think Shadur Sanders is going to play a lot this season, and I'm excited to see him play. But I mean, Jerome Ford is your RB1. I mean, Jerry Jeudy is your wide receiver one. Like it's you're not winning games. I mean, defense no doubt's good, but it's just gonna be a rough season for the Browns. Like buckle down and hope you get a good draft pick. I mean, I don't know what to say, y'all. It is what it
Simple as
is.
that. Browns fans, I don't know what to tell you guys. Simple as that.
Rough
Uh,
season.
okay, so here's where it spices up, John, because I would say that most people would have at least two out of these three teams making the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see who's in your number three spot.
Number three, I think it's kind of a consensus here. I have the Steelers. I'm always gonna bet on the Steelers having a winning record though, as long as they have Mike Tomlin. He's had that streak. I'm gonna trust the streak. This year though, I feel like the most likely it could be broken just because I don't know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers being the starting quarterback there. So I do have him going 9-8 still. I'm not going to bet against you, Mike Tomlin. You're a dog, but don't be surprised if they go 8-9 this year.
Yeah, so at my number three spot, I have the Steelers as well. And I was just, looking through this schedule, I think that they do have tough games, but Jets, Seahawks, Patriots, these are games the Steelers usually come out on top. I know Aaron Rodgers is a question mark, but this Steelers team, they always find a way, and I think that their schedule isn't as hard this year as in years past. So I have them going 10-7 in that three spot.
Wow.
Uh,
Okay.
I know it's a little risky, and I don't trust in Aaron Rodgers either. Well, let's get that straight. I don't, but they always find a way. The Steelers team
Yeah.
always finds a way. They
Yeah.
always go 10-7, bro. I'm just gonna keep it there. Just gonna keep it there.
They're always going to fight, man. That defense is going to carry them some games, bro. The defense will carry them to some games. They got a good defense, no doubt.
Yeah, they had some notable offseason moves that they made. DK Metcalf, right?
Yeah.
George Pickens is on the Cowboys now.
Yeah,
They had
you got
Minka
Jalen Ramsey,
Fitzpatrick.
Mika Fitzpatrick's been gone, but
No,
and
no,
then
no.
they got
Minka
Jalen.
Fitzpatrick, Jalen Ramsey trade is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So
Defense is going to be tough. TJ Watt,
defense is
Jalen.
gonna be good. TJ
That's
Watt's always
scary.
balling.
It seems like they're kind of trying to fit a veteran team for the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
But let's be straight, Steelers ain't making the Super Bowl. But
Arizona making Super Bowl. Might
you
make
gotta
the
rebuild.
playoffs,
You gotta rebuild, Steelers.
but
You gotta rebuild. That's all I gotta say. John, I'm gonna go ahead here.
yeah, take it, bro.
In the number two spot, I have the Cincinnati Bengals. I got the Cincinnati Bengals number two.
Okay.
I gotta be realistic here. I gotta go in 12 and 5. But you can't ignore the fact that the Ravens are just a better team in the regular season. This has been proven. Ravens, better team in the regular season. Bengals, better team in the playoffs. Simple as that. But um Ravens know how to win games. They have a more solid team defensively and offensively. If you're not going the Ravens to win this division, you're kind of crazy. With that being said, the Bengals could definitely steal it from them. I mean, this is 100% Bengals. It's all about how you start off the season. Week 1, Browns, must-win game. If you want to be a good team, you got to win that game. Week 2, Jags, got to win that game. Week 3, Vikings. I would say you have to win that game. You need to have solid starts in order to win divisions. That's what the Bengals haven't done in years past. That's why Joe Burrow didn't get MVP bit last year because we played like crap. Um, but for me, the Bengals will be in the fifth place playoff spot facing the Texans, and I think that is completely reasonable for this franchise. I'm optimistic, but I'm a little nervous. I don't have as much hope for this Bengals franchise considering that we've missed the playoffs 2 years in a row. Some notable moves as a Bengals fan, you know, I can go ahead and tell you, Shamar Stewart is big. Trey Hendrickson might get traded in the coming days. You know, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, both re-signed. Bengals are looking good, but the Ravens are just better. So I have the Bengals in 2 at 12 and 5. Ravens in 1 at 13 and 4. That means the Ravens will be the 1 seed in the AFC, and that means that they will lose to the Bengals in the divisional round in Baltimore. All right, God, John, go ahead.
A little bit different pick here. I got the Ravens as a second spot. Um, so I'm just gonna obviously have the Bengals number one. I'm just gonna explain to you why I put the Bengals number one. Um, Ever since the Super Bowl run 2 years, 3 years ago, um, Bengals have just not been the same defense 4 years ago.
2021, 2022 season.
Yep. Since that, they just haven't been the same. Defense has been bad. Joe Burrow's been injured, but I think this is really the year it all comes together for them. I could see them. I know they got a tough schedule. All of these good AFC teams, they all got a tough schedule. They're playing good
Mhm.
teams.
Okay. Wait. Let's just talk about this real quick. Do they have a tough schedule? Like
Oh,
realistically,
the
compared
Bengals?
to other AFC teams. Browns week 1, Jags week 2, Vikings week 3, Broncos week 4, Lions week 5, Packers, Steelers, Jets, Bears, Steelers, Patriots. Then they have a really tough stretch here. I'll give you that. Ravens, Bills, Ravens. But they end off the season Dolphins, Cardinals, and Browns. So I think that they have a pretty mediocre schedule.
I mean, I think it's still a difficult schedule. I mean, they play some really good teams and teams like the Broncos and the Patriots, which could be trap games as well.
It's considered
So,
the 17th easiest schedule. So it's
yeah, but
literally middle
they're
of the pack.
basing that off last year's win percentage. So
Yeah,
like,
this is true. This is true.
which I still think they definitely have a harder schedule than what it says, but may not be the hardest. Still a hard schedule, I'd say. But anyway, the bottom line is I just think the Bengals, like, I think it's their turn to finally win the division. Sure, I think the Ravens do have a little bit better of a team, but maybe the ball finally bounces the way this year for the Bengals. It's just a prediction, bro. Football's crazy. Like anything can happen. So I have the Bengals going 14-3. I think they finally get it done this year. I'm high on the Bengals. I'm not even a Bengals fan, but I think they're gonna get done. I'm a little nervous about the defense still. Defense still, it's just a little iffy, but I mean, that offense, like, I don't know who's stopping the offense. Like, I really don't.
Yeah.
The offense is good. Offense is gonna be good, no
Dude,
doubt.
and,
So
and the fact that Chase Brown has developed into being like top,
yeah,
basically a top 10 running back is insane to me.
yeah. I did not see
That's
that coming.
that's
So
crazy that you got and the offensive line is not that it's probably one of the better offensive lines we've
yeah, no.
seen.
That's what I'm saying. This offense is gonna be good. And then I have the Ravens at 13-4. It's gonna come down last week. Ravens are gonna be listed by one game. I think the Ravens gonna have another good regular season. I don't know how they're gonna do in the playoffs. Obviously, I know Lamar Jackson's record in the playoffs. It's not good. I mean, the roster is literally about the exact same from last year. Defense is always gonna be good. They added Jair Alexander. He is getting old, but he's still gonna be a lockdown corner. I mean, the offense is the exact same. So I think it's gonna be a good two-way race for the AFC North title this year.
John, every single Bengals fan appreciates your prediction, but
Got y'all.
it's as just being a Cincinnati fan, you got to be weary because these teams they let you down. Last year going 2-5 might have been one of the hardest things I've ever seen. That was a really tough season last year.
Yeah, man.
So,
I remember
John,
seeing Andrew. He was about depressed around November, December, man.
that was tough.
Tough
That
ride.
was that was tough. That was tough. But hopefully it's our bounce back year. I'm going to the Bengals Lions game. Excited for that one. Um anyway, that was our AFC North predictions. John and I pretty much even throughout our entire AFC predictions except the Ravens Bengals.
Yeah, pretty similar.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
It was